Hi, everybody. If you were not in the meeting this morning, I want to quickly show you how to check your map reading fluency data from the fall so that you can touch base with some students and make sure that if they are flagged, it's because they have issues and not because they had issues with taking the test correctly. So you want to check this out and go over this with students, specifically students you find had issues taking the test, obviously before the test. So log into NWEA. If this page doesn't come up, click on the home button and you'll see this page. And then you are going to go to Map Reading Fluency. And you'll just come up to whatever tab you were on last time. I happen to be on the passwords tab. So I'm going to go to reports. And for kindergarten through second grade, you're going to go to the dyslexia screener. Your information will be the only information that comes up. And the reason we want to do this is because if you look at all of these students that are flagged, we have to provide additional testing and support services for all of the students who are flagged. So we want to make sure that if a student is flagged, it is indeed because there is a reading issue and not that there is a problem with how they took the test. So I am just going to randomly click on someone and so this is just what their score was, listening comprehension, picture vocabulary, and sentence reading fluency. Here's some more information on phonics, phonics and word recognition, but where you want to check is down here. So this is what you want to look for, not enough data. For those students that you see not enough data, you want to investigate further. And you're going to do that by reviewing the audio. I can see that this student did not receive a score on either one of their naming speed. So I'm going to click on review the audio. I can see that the student read for 44 seconds. This is what they should have read. Um, it looked something like this. This isn't exactly what it looked like. This is the order. So they saw a car, then a sock, then a hat, then a tree. But this is something you can show the student. This is what this test looks like. And make sure they understand the order in which they need to read the words and that they need to read them and say them just one time and move rapidly along. So I'm going to listen to how this student did.
Car, sack, hat, tree, sack, bar, tree, bar, sack, car, tree, hat, sack.
Okay, so we can see that we stopped. We started again. We had some trouble when we got here, but with this kid, we could hear this student just fine. So that wasn't the issue. So with this student, I am going to go ahead and make sure they understand, just focus on these pictures, name them, move along quickly, name them once, and then be done. Um, I would look then at the second one and I would review it again. I'm trying to find out why this student didn't get a score so that I can front load some information for this student. Go back to the matrix and that will bring you back to your list. Let's look at just one more. Again, I'm going to scroll. I mean, all of this is good information to look at some point, but what I'm interested in is down here. Okay, so this student did get a score. Okay, but let's just look at it anyway because the student was flagged. Okay, so they read for 29 seconds.
Car, sock, hat, tree, sock, bar, tree, Va. Uh, sock, car, tree, hat, hat, tree, ball, hat, car, sock.
Okay, so that student read that fairly well. They got it in order. So I don't think there's any real issue there with the automatic reading. Um, so as I'm looking, I can see they had a lot of trouble with sound matching, counting syllables. So these are all things that I'm going to work on with the student, but it wasn't an issue with that student testing. So this might indeed be somebody for whom the flag is valid. All right. So let me know if you have any more questions about how to look at your students and kind of help them in advance of taking this test to make sure that they're not having any issues with the test itself. All right, thanks.